Hi everyone, it's Dawn and welcome back to my channel. This is actually the third time I'm filming this video because I keep getting way too chatty. So I just hope I don't do it again. I feel like I'm gonna do it again. I just can't stop myself. Anyway, I wanted to make this video for you, and this is for women who are over 40, who are perimenopausal, menopausal, postmenopausal, you get my drift, or anyone actually. These are really great facial oils. I have 2 facial oils that I would highly recommend any woman over 40 have in her skincare routine. And the reason I'm saying over 40, and I kind of mean over 50, but I know some of us go into menopause earlier than others and we experience those skin changes earlier. And so I don't want to discount those women or anyone who's had like a surgical hysterectomy, because I found that vitamin A derived products are so incredibly important in our skincare routine, starting as young as possible, in my opinion. I've used vitamin A products since I was a teenager when I started using Retin A for acne, and I've continued to use it throughout the years. And I feel like that's a big reason why my skin is decent at the age of 52. Vitamin A has the most research behind it. It's been thoroughly exhausted in research, and it has been proven to repair damaged cells. And it's like the only thing that has been proven topically to do that. So a lot of times we talk about anti-aging products, and anti-aging products can do things to help build collagen and elastin and help anti-age. But the real big guns are vitamin A, your retinol, retinaldehyde, Retin A, differin, which is adapalene, bakuchiol, rosehip seed oil, Cacay oil, things that have naturally derived vitamin A in them still can do these things. So if you can't use Retin A, don't discount them. And that's why I wanted to talk about these 2 oils, because as I'm aging, I'm using Retin A less and less. And I know a lot of women, I used it, like I said, since I was 18. And I know a lot of women start using it later when they start to see the signs of aging. And honestly, I don't know how they can do that, because I find that when my skin was younger and my sebaceous glands were in overdrive, I tolerated vitamin A so much better because my skin produced so much more oil and it would counteract the drying effects. But as I'm aging, I'm finding that it's more challenging to use those products. And sometimes I even wonder if it's worth it at all to use my Retin A. You know, I still do just to keep my skin used to it, but I go a very long time in between uses. But that's a different topic. But it led to this video because I have been using other sources of vitamin A. And these 2 oils are oils that I've used, one since I was in my 20s, and the second one just like the past 4 years. And I love facial oils. I've always loved them. I've always used them when I was pregnant and nursing in my 30s, and I didn't want to use anything on my skin that could potentially harm my babies. I only used oils. And so oils are sort of like my holy grail products. And I'm going to focus on 2 of them, and they're both under $40, so they're affordable. And the reason I'm only covering 2 is because these 2 oils can do everything that other oils can do and more. So I figured I would just take these 2. It doesn't mean to say the other oils, like other oils I'm not mentioning, aren't fabulous and will do wonderful things. They will, but these are just 2 oils that will cover all the bases. So if you only want to purchase 1 facial oil or 2 facial oils, I would say these would be the 2 to get, because they'll do everything the other oils will do and more. Okay, and so like I said, I'm 52 years old and I'm finding it harder to use vitamin A derived products. You know, I just don't like dealing with the flaking and the peeling and things like that. I want my skin to look the best it can every single day. I don't want to go through 2 or 3 days of flaking, peeling skin. So my moisture barrier has been incredibly important to me. And for one other reason that seldom gets mentioned here on YouTube is that we buy expensive serums and products to apply on our skin. But if your skin is in a state of repair, meaning that your mantle, your acid mantle or lipid barrier is breached and you're flaking and peeling and breaking out because of exfoliants or things you're putting on your skin, well, those other topical things you put on your skin won't work because they can only work at a certain pH and on healthy skin. They're designed to work on healthy skin, unless it's a product that you're using to repair something that's going on and it's formulated for that purpose. But if I do like a chemical peel on my skin and my face is flaking and peeling, and then I think, okay, I'm gonna use my $80 Lancome Genifique, I might as well pour it down the drain because it's not going to work as it should on skin that isn't healthy. All these serums are formulated for healthy skin. They're only tested on healthy skin. I mean, I'm sure they're tested on other skin just to kind of see what it would do, but the studies and the reviews and things you read are on healthy skin. So keep that in mind. So let's all keep our skin healthy. So I'm going to jump right in. Finally, 6 minutes in. The first oil I want to discuss with you is Cacay oil. And I know you've heard about it before on YouTube, but this is different. I didn't buy this oil when it was being hyped like 4 or 5 years ago. This was being sent out to influencers to try, and everyone was trying it and everyone was loving it. And I'm not saying they didn't love it. I think they really did love it because I love it. But I don't like to try things when people have been sent that product. And maybe it's just me, but I feel like if I get sent something for free to try, the company reaches out to me kindly and I respond to them kindly and I tell them I'm going to give an honest review because I always intend to, and I do, but it's like there's something in you that, well, at least in me, that wants to be gracious. So I might not review it. I just won't talk about it if I didn't like it. That's what I usually say. I won't review it if I don't like it, and then I won't. Because I don't want to come on and say something horrible just because it didn't work for me. And some of you might say, oh, well, that's dishonest. You should tell us. And I do occasionally. I'll put it in my fails. But when I tell you I like something, I really like it. And I don't accept PR almost never because I don't like the obligation or the strings attached that I feel. So I don't. The last time I accepted PR, I accepted a Teddy Blake handbag and I gave it away to one of you. So I just want you to know you can trust me with my review. Cacay Naturals never reached out to me. But finally, after it being hyped all over YouTube, I did see a review from someone I really trust, Teresa Rose, Beautifully Clean Living. She is into clean beauty and healthy living, and she has very high standards, and I trust her, and she reviewed it. So finally, it was like after all these times hearing about it, it finally sunk in. I was like, okay, that makes sense now. Now I want to try it. So I went online and I purchased it and I started using it, and my skin responded to it immediately, in that my hydration level of my skin, and over time, because I used it alone for 2 months, I kind of didn't use my other skincare, the texture of my skin was appearing better. And so I thought, I really like this oil a lot. I'm now on my 4th bottle. So I just purchased my 4th bottle after this one's done. And I did purchase this from Cacay Naturals, but I purchased another brand for the 4th bottle because I wanted to try another brand. And I'll explain to you why in a different video. Not that there's anything wrong with this one. I still love this one, but there was another brand that piqued my interest for a different reason. But I will tell you, whenever you look for an oil, always make sure it's USDA certified organic. And I know some of us might not trust the government or trust that certification, but for me, it's just a layer of protection because organic products have 30% more potency in their antioxidants than products that aren't organic, that aren't raised on organic farms and things like that. So I always look for USDA certified organic, and I always look for the cold pressed method of extraction, because when they extract the oil from the plant or the seed, it will maintain the nutrients and the quality if it's cold pressed in all the research I've done. So I look for those two things: USDA certified organic and cold pressed method of sourcing the oil. And companies will always say that on their website. They're very proud of it if they do it that way. If you don't see it, you can assume that they don't do it because, like I said, they're very proud and they want you to know. So why Cacay oil? Well, Cacay oil is incredibly high in vitamin A, your vitamin A derivative. So if you can't use retinol, Retin A, retinaldehyde, adapalene, differin, bakuchiol, vitamin A derivatives are too harsh, you most likely will be able to use Cacay oil. If Cacay oil is too harsh, if you've tried it and it's still a little too high and irritating for you, which I'm very sensitive skinned and it doesn't bother me at all, but rosehip seed oil would be your next bet. I'm not going to talk about rosehip seed oil because Cacay oil does everything rosehip seed oil does and more. But I do want you to know that that's a really good oil and it's a little bit gentler. So, and you want to look for rosehip seed oil. That's different than rose oil. Like some oil is extracted from the rose petals, rose oil. But if it's rosehip seed oil, it's extracted from the seeds. So that's what you want to look for. But Cacay oil would be my first choice. And so this is incredibly high in vitamin A. It has 2 times the amount of linoleic acid than other oils like argan oil or marula oil. And linoleic acid is an intensely nourishing and hydrating ingredient. It adds those fatty lipids onto our skin that makes our moisture barrier so plush and pretty. And it really does. So I love that it's very high in linoleic acid. It boosts collagen and it boosts your elastin because of the vitamin A and the high level of linoleic acid. And it also is very, very high in vitamin E. So it can fade scars, it can fade discoloration, it can even the texture in your skin. It's also light and easily absorbed, so you can wear it during the day beneath your makeup. I would just apply a light layer to your skin, let it fully absorb, and then put your makeup on over it. The other thing that I wanted to mention is that it's sourced in South America, and it's from the Cacay plant, and it actually has a negative carbon footprint. So it's actually really good for our environment to harvest Cacay oil. So I thought that was another really great thing about Cacay oil. So if you haven't tried it, and you've probably heard the hype, but you might have been like me going, is it really that good? It is really that good. So I would definitely recommend it. The only brand that I've tried is Cacay Naturals, but like I said, I'm going to be trying another brand, and I'll just tell you right now, the other brand, I can't remember the name of it. I wrote it down. I'm going to order from there because it is also blended with chamomile, and they have some blends, and I wanted to try Cacay oil in a blend instead of by itself. So that's what I'll be trying next, but I would definitely recommend giving this one a try for your anti-aging beauty needs, especially if you're over 50. Okay, the next oil is jojoba oil. My favorite jojoba oil. I always purchase from Trader Joe's, and it's about $7. I have one in my vanity right now, and I should go get it, but if you have a Trader Joe's, I think it's the only jojoba oil. It's pure, cold-pressed, organic jojoba oil. Never fails me. It's like my go-to workhorse jojoba oil. But over the holidays, I got a gift, and it wasn't a gift sent to me for free. It was an actual gift given to me by a friend from a company called the Jojoba Company. And it looks like this. And this is just pure organic cold pressed jojoba oil like I like. And it comes in this cute little bottle and it's got a little dispenser. And I really like the little bottle. In fact, the lid opens. And so if this was $19.99. I went to the website and checked it out. And jojoba oil at Trader Joe's is like $7. So I'll probably just refill this with my less expensive jojoba oil because honestly, the jojoba oil in here is beautiful jojoba oil, but I don't think it's different than other organic cold pressed jojoba oil. But I am thoroughly enjoying this little bright yellow bottle. I keep it on my nightstand. I've been using it on my cuticles. I've been using it in my hair. I've been using it on my skin. I've kind of gone jojoba crazy again. And I don't know if you notice or not, but my skin has been looking a lot better. I've been not using actives on my skin. Can you believe it? What in the world? Does that like discredit me as being on YouTube, a YouTuber? That sounds so weird. I don't even think of myself as a YouTuber. I'm just a lady here, sitting here talking to you. But everybody's all about exfoliating and actives, and I haven't been. The only way I've been exfoliating is with like a little rag, because I've got to make the stinking video for you. I promise this week, I'm gonna make a video for you telling you the horrible thing that happened to my skin around the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas, and it made my skin flake and peel and break out, and it was horrible. And I got back in shape like 2 weeks ago, and I'm so happy. I haven't been using any actives. I'll show you, when I make that video, I'll show you the actives I've been using. That's what I'm trying to say is that we think we need to be peeling all the time. We don't need to be peeling all the time. Your skin can flake and turn over those skin cells at the microscopic level. We can encourage it to do that. Over 50, it all slows down, but we can encourage it to do that very regularly and have beautiful skin without peeling. I just want to say that. I know some of you are like, don't say that. But yes, we don't have to peel. But anyways, back on topic. Gosh, I'm not making this video again. I got too chatty again, but this is it. Okay, so I got this beautiful jojoba oil from the Jojoba Company. I did go on their website, and it's an Australian brand, and it's like the wabi, I think it's called like wabi jojoba. It's in like an area of Australia, and the website is beautiful. They do have other serums and potions like bakuchiol, which is another really great source of vitamin A. I made a whole video about bakuchiol. I'm gonna link it. I'm gonna link it below. Check it out. It's another oil or product that you could have in your skincare to replace vitamin A, and it's wonderful. So I'm gonna link that one below. But these are the two I'm talking about today. So the jojoba oil, it does everything that your argan oil does, your marula oil. So that's why I don't have a plethora of oils that I'm pushing at you. I wanted to cover the two that do it all. So this is jojoba oil, and it is actually a liquid wax. It's derived from a nut or a seed, and it's actually a liquid wax, and it is the most nearly identical to the sebum that our sebaceous glands make. So that's why jojoba oil is like a #1 oil, a superfood oil, and dermatologists recommend it all the time because your skin will recognize it as its own. And so it's wonderful for people who struggle with acne. And I wish I knew about this when I was in my teens because I had very oily skin. And at the time, I did everything I could to dry it out. But what I should have been doing was putting on jojoba oil because it sends a cease and desist order to your sebaceous glands, telling them not to overproduce oil. And there's science behind it, and it works. So if you're really oily and you're trying to control oil, jojoba oil could be your best friend. But it's also wonderful for women who are around menopause in our 40s and 50s. As our skin gets drier, our estrogen drops, we produce less of our own natural oil, and this is a way to put it back on your skin. And I do take HRT, and I'll make another video about that, but I do say to those of you who ask me questions about menopause, you cannot take HRT. Don't despair. You know, people think your estrogen's going to go down, you're going to dry up, and you're going to become a little prune. And yes, that can happen, but there are things you can do naturally to stop it from happening without taking HRT. That's a whole nother video. But jojoba oil will replace that natural oil that your skin's not making. And when it's on your skin, your body will say, hey, I have sebum on my skin. It's not going to say, what is that foreign thing sitting on my skin? I'm going to shrivel up like a prune. No, it sees it as its own. So it's really, really good. And there's a lot of science backing that up. The jojoba oil can be wonderful for, and I don't want to say anti-aging. When I say anti-aging, I do mean like stopping that process from happening, not necessarily reversing a process. Does that make sense? Vitamin A can reverse. Studies have shown, like your Cacay oil, your Retin A, all that. In studies, vitamin A can repair. Jojoba oil can prevent. So it's a really great oil. And like I said, great for your hair, great for your skin, and you don't have to spend a lot on it. Get it where you feel comfortable. A couple of brands, like I do just trust Whole Foods. I trust Trader Joe's. If I go into those stores, I won't even look for the USDA organic or the cold pressed method, because if they have it, it's going to be done that way. They've vetted it for me. But if I go to other places like websites, I'll always look for that. And I do trust the Shea Terra brand. They have beautiful oils. They have argan oil. That's just my favorite. Pure Adore. You can find that on Amazon. I believe that's certified organic, cold pressed. They have beautiful rosehip seed oil. I can list some brands that I really trust and I have checked out thoroughly and vetted them as being, you know, meeting my approval. So anyways, vitamin A, vitamin E, and vitamin D are incredibly high in this oil. The vitamin A isn't as high as in the Cacay oil or the rosehip seed oil, but it is in there. It does have vitamin D in it, which is a it makes you a little less photosensitive to the sun, but still use sunblock. I don't even like to say that it has a photoprotective ability, although it does, because I don't believe it's enough. You know, it isn't enough. You still need to use sunblock, but it's nice that it's in there. It's for when you walk to your mailbox and back and you don't have your sunblock on. I'm sure it's sufficient for that. And it can also be used as a beautiful carrier oil for other oils or other essential oils and things that you might use. So I think I shared in a nutshell what these can do for you and why I would choose these two oils over other oils. I did include Immortelle oil in my serum video. I love that oil, but it's not cheap. That's in my serum video that I did. It's an expensive oil, but these are less than $40. I would not pay more than $40 for these. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope I shared a couple of oils that might really benefit your skincare routine for us aging ladies. And if you have an oil that you love, I know there's so many oils. I know there's like carrot seed oil and there's all these oils that women are trying all over YouTube, and I haven't even tried some of them. But let me know down in the comments if you have an oil that you are just crazy about, and let me know what it is you love about it, because I love to know that too, like not just what you love, but why you love it, because then we can get a clearer picture as to if it's something that would work for us too. Thank you for spending some time with me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Have a blessed and beautiful day.